A major scandal recently erupted around Steam, and it's not just about a few games being removed from the store. This is a story about the influence of companies like Visa and Mastercard, who appear to be using their payment infrastructure to control what can and can't be sold on Steam, and just recently Valve themselves confirmed this interference. Visa and Mastercard are trying to influence what games get released, all while avoiding direct responsibility. Usually on this channel we only cover Counter-Strike 2 news and rarely touch on broader Valve topics, but today's story is too interesting to ignore, so drop a like right now and let's get into it. Want free cases? Then check out Clash, where you can join and win in-case battles. By using my link and promo code, you'll get a 5% bonus and free cases right away. They've got tons of game modes, including the new tiles and my personal favorite, Crush, where you can test your luck. You can deposit using whatever works best for you, even CS2 skins, and you can cash out with skins or even crypto. They also have free raindrops, so you can grab as many rewards as possible. Grab your free cases with the link below. So, as I understand it, this all started when games containing some explicit or controversial content began disappearing from Steam without warning. And while these games could be described as having inappropriate content, they are still legal products that don't violate any laws, not in the US nor in most other countries. This sparked a huge backlash, with mass emails and calls flooding the media accusing Valve of censorship. In response to all this negative attention, Visa and Mastercard issued official statements in which they tried to deflect all responsibility. Mastercard, for instance, claimed that we haven't reviewed any specific games nor demanded the removal of any content. Visa took a similar stance, saying they don't make moral decisions and allow all transactions that are legal. And at first glance, this seems pretty reasonable, but these statements carefully avoid mentioning one important exception: internal corporate rules. These are rules that allow Visa and Mastercard to unilaterally block content they consider harmful to the brand. And sometime later, Valve made their own statements. In fact, two of them, which is rare for them. Valve confirmed that yes, there had been pressure, but not directly from Mastercard. Instead, it came through payment processors and acquiring banks, the ones responsible for handling card payments on the platform. Valve explained that since 2018 they've had a policy of distributing only legal content, which makes you wonder, what about before 2018? These intermediaries referred to Mastercard's policy 5.127, claiming that certain games allegedly harm the reputation of the payment system. It looks like this specific rule gives Mastercard the authority to block any transaction if, in their opinion, it might damage their brand. This rule applies to products, images, or services considered blatantly offensive or lacking serious artistic value. For example, in the official description of the rule there are some bizarre examples, ones I won't even repeat here, and it ends with a vague phrase, or any other material the corporation deems unacceptable. And here's the important part: there's absolutely no requirement for these decisions to be based on actual laws or court rulings. It's all entirely up to Mastercard's discretion. In practice, this means any game or project that Mastercard dislikes or finds inappropriate could be cut off from their payment system entirely. Valve emphasized that even if Mastercard doesn't issue direct orders, they still pressure platforms through third parties, threatening to disable payment systems altogether. And here's the funny part: it's not just adult or inappropriate content at risk here. Any controversial or inconvenient material could be targeted, like horror games or certain types of indie titles. The ones who are likely to suffer most from this are small studios and indie developers who simply don't have the resources to fight back or find alternative payment methods. So now we've got this situation where Mastercard says it's not their fault, it's the platforms. And the platforms say they're just following the rules imposed by the payment systems. Some platforms and the gaming projects have started to speak out against this. For example, GOG gave away 13 games, including age-restricted titles, as a clear message against this kind of payment system dictatorship. And organizations like the UK Interactive Entertainment Association and the International Game Developers Association have also warned that this model leads to self-censorship censorship and unfair pressure on certain categories of developers, especially those creating games that deal with uncomfortable or controversial topics. As far as I know, this situation still hasn't been fully resolved. Valve has already made 2 official statements, and even though Visa and Mastercard keep insisting they're not involved, in practice their internal rules are being used as the basis for banning games. Personally, I believe private financial companies shouldn't be the ones deciding what kind of content is allowed to exist, especially since Steam isn't even their platform. If Steam were owned by them directly, maybe there'd be less room for debate, but that's not the case here. And of course, internet users and gamers don't like being told what they can or can't play. People are starting to worry that if one genre is being banned today, then another genre could be next. That's the news for today. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Thanks for watching. This was Reveal. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next damn video.